on the sale, marketing of baby milk substitutes. And they've replied to them, and they put them in this big book, and it's like this PR tool to prove that they're doing all right. And because I mentioned Zimbabwe, he opens the book up and starts, he goes, this is what they have said about from Zimbabwe. This is a letter from, and it looked like the first time he was reading it, this is the letter from the nutritional committee, and it was like sort of 5-year-old. I went on holiday, we had ice cream, it was good. And he reads the whole thing out. It takes about 5 minutes. And then I said, look, why can you print 3 languages in Switzerland but not in South Africa? And he goes, I will get back to you on this. We thought, great. We bum rush him at the end, get him on the podium, have a little natter. So we do want an answer. He goes, yes, I will get back to you.
I will. I promise you.
And then we, out of the blue, get another phone call. And somebody says, are you aware that Dr. Timothy Stamps, the health minister from Zimbabwe, is in Britain? I said, no. He said, they're in London. Would you like to talk to him? I said, lovely. So I goes, yeah. I said, strange that we should bump into you, because I've just heard Mr. Brabeck a few days ago quoting the letter, using it as a PR tool. And he said, yes. He said, well, that letter was written by my nutritional committee. I said, really? He said, yeah.
The advisory committee comprises 14 people, 3 of whom are from the Food Marketing Association. And I know that 2 of them are from infant formula companies.
Would one of those companies be Nestle?
Yes.
He's also the vice president of the World Health Authority. And I thought, I want to get a sort of feel of what it's like, how they feel about it. And so I said to him, if Mr. Brabeck, chief executive of Nestle, was here, what would you say to him?
Why do you want to destroy my children? Are you interested in ethnic cleansing to the extent of eliminating all African children? That's what I would ask him.
And I'm sitting there going, fuck me, that's strong. Nestle are going to want a right to reply to this one. You know, I don't know whether he's right or wrong. So, and Nestle said, basically, look, if Dr. Stamps feels this way, he should talk to us about it. And basically, he appointed the man on the committee. And yes, there is a man from Nestle Zimbabwe on that committee. We have had lots of meetings with him, and he's never said this before.
We know now that the breast is actually the follow-on of the placenta to feed the baby, and carries the same hormones that the placenta has. Doesn't merely transmit antibodies. Breast milk actually produces stimulants in the body of the child to make it grow in the right direction. And that makes, to me, breast milk, breastfeeding, so much more important than it ever was. Not less important, not something to be substituted.
Then we start getting faxes and letters from Mr. Brabeck. He writes a letter to us. And in the fax he said, I've issued an order that all Nestle companies have to put the primary languages on the labelling. And we're thinking, yes, this is kind of cool. We're kind of like, yes. And then we get another little thing that says, in Malawi, we've put Chichewa on the packaging. There we are. Then we get another phone call. A person says, I was at the Barcelona conference. I said, oh, yeah. She said, the GM cow, human milk? I said, yes. She said, PPL? Yeah. Wyeth? Yeah. There's a herd of the cows in existence. I said, really? She said, yeah. PPL Therapeutics in Virginia, who are the sister company to PPL in Britain, are running it out of the University of Virginia, and there's a herd of cows up and running, and Wyeth, the baby milk people, are sponsoring the research. I'm thinking, wow. So we dressed up one of our offices like a BBC sort of radio recording studio, and I dressed up in a tuxedo, and I got this animal impersonator from the music hall to come along with us. We phone up PPL Therapeutics in Virginia, where they're conducting the experiments, and we think, well, let's see what they've got to say, because the Americans are slightly more gung-ho about GM than Britain. You know, they're kind of, whoa, yeah, American first, dolphin's head, not tomato, whoa, way to go. You know, they're kind of, and Britain's, no, I don't want a camel tail on a grape, thank you very much. So we phone up PPL in Virginia, and I get through to the vice president of research there. And I said, are you the bloke to talk to? Yes, I am. I said, the cow with the human breast milk? He said, yes. I said, you're conducting the research? He goes, absolutely, yeah.
We put a human milk protein gene into cow zygotes, fertilized zygotes. And we now have a mini herd of transgenic cattle that are making human alpha-lactalbumin in their milk. So this is a humanized milk product that would be used for infant formula.
I said, that's amazing. The commercial thing here is incredible, because surely the aim has been, to get human breast milk into powdered form, into a tin for infant formula.
The ultimate goal would be to have a completely humanized milk product where you would milk the cow and almost human milk would come out.
And I said, so it's going to be just like your mama used to make? Yeah, well, nearly, yeah.
What we're doing now is looking for a development partner to take the product, basically to expand the herds, do a level of purification required which is not high. This will be a nutritional product, so it will be oral product. Right. So you don't need to go through the same type of clinical trial process that you would for a pharmaceutical, which is what most of PPL's products are.
I said, that's incredible. I said, how far are you off this from launching it? He said, oh, we're about 30 months from launching it, 2.5 years.
We're talking to all the major infant formula companies at this time, and our negotiations with...
Who are you talking to?
Well, we're not allowed to discuss that because it's price-sensitive information, but we're in discussions with 3 right now, the major infant formula companies, both in the U.S. and in Europe.
I said, I'm actually in a farmyard now.
Cow's knocking you over?
Well, we've actually got a cow here that we're going to do our own experiment on to try and do the protein.
To try and do what?
To try and create the human protein. We're actually going to try and do our own one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. What we've got is we've just got the cow. Can you bring him over? Tony, can you just bring him over? There we go. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, okay? I'm just going to start by... But do you know what gaffer tape is? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, do you know what gaffer tape is?
No.
It's a very, very strong industrial tape. Okay?
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by taping up the udders, okay? So here we just...
Yeah.
Okay, just hold it. Lovely.
Okay, now we've got those in place at the moment, okay? Are you there?
I don't understand. What are you doing here?
What we're doing is we're just doing our own experiment here on how we might create the human protein, okay? Now, we've got here in a small freeze box some breasts, all right? And I'm just gonna get those, just pass them over. There, Graham, can you just start putting those, if you could just get a needle and thread. Lovely. Okay. No, hang on. What? Is it not take it?
We then phone up PPL Therapeutics, the main company in Britain. Right, they're the people who basically own PPL Therapeutics in Virginia. I said, hello, Mark Thomas on the farmyard. Hello. Where are you? Oh, Cheshire. We're just wondering, you're making the cow with the human breast milk. Yes, well, we've done the research into that. And Wyeth sponsored it. Yes, they were the sponsorship partner, yes. And you're ready to launch it commercially? Oh, no. So you're not going to launch it commercially? No. So the ultimate goal isn't to make human breast milk in a powdered form in a tin? No.
Would it be fair to say that PPL has, say, a vision of creating human breast milk in powdered form?
Well, no.
Well, I'm on the farm right now, and I'm making my own sort of adapted cow.
Can you just bring it over? And what we've done, this is what we've done so far. The cow's in a bit of pain because we've taped up the udders with some gaffer tape, and it was horrible actually because there was a lot more. We should have been milked first, so there's a lot of milk and blood and gaffer. And what we're now going to try.
Are you being serious?
Yes, and what we're now going to do is I'm now going to just try and drill some breasts on the thing here. PPL headquarters in Edinburgh say that the company does not have and never has had any plan to produce a cow which produces human breast milk. The PPL cows produce their own milk but with the human protein alpha-lactalbumin in. This has potentially life-saving benefits for premature babies and will be subject to clinical trials and licensing as with pharmaceutical products before being made available as a medical nutritional product. It will be 30 months before the research is at a stage when such trials can take place. The use of this human protein